Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is about schoolboys who crash onto an uncharted island, and they have to cope with themselves and deal with the situation, and have to survive using different tactics. However, two different people, Ralph and Jack, disagree with each other. So they have to split apart into two different factions, and they one is more of a leader, and that's Ralph. The other one is more of a fighter, and that's Jack. Jack is the one who sits there and fights, while Ralph sits there and tries to find the best way to survive. But the question is, what makes this book worthy of being banned? Well, I believe it has to do more with the kids age 12 to 9 fighting and essentially killing each other, which I believe two kids who died during this, that and they're both in gruesome ways. They're like there's schools in Texas and Arizona that ban this for the excessive language and violence. And then another school in Toronto that banned this for the racist terms built in this. And then there's also the religious side of this where they praise a conch shell and a pig's head. The conch shell is basically those who hold it can speak. And then the pig's head is their leader. They have to have something to praise. So they praise the pig's head, and it gives them hope. It talks to them. Essentially, that is the Lord of the Flies. And with those reasons of it being banned, that it just makes people angry because that's sacrilegious, and they don't want kids reading about that. On top of the violence and other and the other sexual themes along with this book. I think the what I took out of it was basically just the violence for having kids fighting on an island, having to survive. I think it was too much for them to comprehend and understand what to do. Both factions were wrong in my sense, because I think they should have been together, because splitting apart was a mistake. That's what led them to be fighting in the first place. So if I was going to pick a side, I would pick probably Ralph, because he had the more surviving sense of it, instead of going out and fighting and doing what you can to do. But this book has been banned for many different reasons, and I think the violence is just number one. Thank you for listening.